Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Club Lasham Daily Briefing for Wednesday, 21st of August, 2024. So the synoptic situation, this was as of midnight last night, quite a brisk northwesterly flow over the area. A little bit windy yes evening, but no rain. If I run this forward through to midday today, you can see there's a lot of fronts all associated with these low pressures now between Iceland and Scotland, really, that are causing a lot of grief for those up north. We've got an occluded front that's passed through by midday, and we're left in a possible ridge of sorbal weather in between the warm front arriving later and the occluded front that's departed. You say it's a bit of ridge of high pressure, so we should have some reasonable conditions underneath it. Spot winds today are indicating winds between 250, 20 knots at height, and be about 260 on the ground. And here's the cloud. You can see all this cloud associated with the front system that's coming from the west. And if I run that through, you can see we are actually in a reasonable area down to the southeast, which should hopefully be usable today. No rain in the immediate vicinity, some rain associated with that frontal system that's on its way, but I don't think that's going to hit us in daylight hours. And if I run through the Met predicted rain forecast, we can see in the south of our country we're going to be fine. I think any tasking today will be around to the southeast or the northeast, I think, staying well away from the front that's advancing and the associated wet weather with it. But no, I think we should be free of rain pretty well for the day. Local forecast not quite so optimistic, indicating a bit of sunshine up until 10 and then overcast until about 5 this afternoon. That doesn't fit in with any of the models that we've been looking at otherwise, and I'll briefly through them shortly. It's only giving a max temperature of 18 today, probably because of the overcast, with a nice steady 9-10 knots westerly wind straight down the strip. GFS is indicating top temperature today about 21 degrees and the dew point's down at 10. So view outside the window at the moment, if I quickly refresh that, you can see a nice fresh westerly wind. A little bit of top cover. I think that's just the back end of that front that's gone through. And if we look at the temperatures for Lasham, 12 degrees at the moment, dew point down at 10. And you can see they are very, very slowly starting to climb. Dave has indicated, and he has changed this slightly, but if we stick with this for the moment, we are going to be in a small ridge of high pressure. Probably okay, saying less good by late afternoon. I think that's fair enough with the weather coming in. Possibility of Q base 3,500 foot locally, maybe even 4.5 later on by mid-afternoon. And best directions really are going to be around here to southeast and maybe the northeast. Okay, Odium is indicating 9 knots from the west-southwest, few clouds at 5,000 feet and scatter cloud at 35,000. That's that top stuff. And the TAF is, let's see if it's going to update quickly. No, it's not. 10 knots from the west-southwest, few clouds at a height of 2,200 feet. If I run through Farnborough, again, 7 knots from the west, and their TAF is few clouds at 3,000 feet. So that's pretty well. Everyone's predicting pretty well 3,000 feet later. Top Meteo predicted task area, as you can say, down to Kent or up into East Anglia perhaps. But the approaching front is going to curtail anything going further west. And if I run through the forecast thermals, this is for 9 o'clock this morning, nothing here. By 10 o'clock, they're indicating we can have some Q here to about 3,000 feet. 11 o'clock, Q to about 3.4, maybe enough to get the comp away. And then cumulus steadily rising to nearly 4,000, 4,500 by 1 o'clock. And that indicates it's going to stay pretty good, 4,500, 5,000 feet up until around about 2:30, 3 o'clock. And then it's going to slowly start to deteriorate. SkySight is indicating again identical task area, and the Point forecast for Skyside is cumulus here, base about 3.5 by 10.30. A little bit of spread out perhaps, but the cumulus, soluble cumulus, are going to be pretty well with us all day till about 5.30, and then it's going to rapidly decline from there. And they're indicating, yeah, climbs of about 4,500 feet. So most things are concurring. And winds today, 265 degrees, 10 knots straight down the strip. Some gusting to 18, but I'm not really too fussed about that. No Thames wise, if we pop down to where we are then, so 32 is obviously ours, 29 is the usual Barton Stacey live firing, 35, the Bulford danger area is active today, but that's only from midnight, so I do need to mention it. 37 is the Uphaven telephone number change, 36 is the Ash Rangers, 39, this is Reading Music Festival. There's a restricted area around that, but it's not applicable to manned aircraft, just to drones. You obviously want to keep the drone pilots away from that. 44 is usual Otmore. 47 is a Kyneton danger area. D213 is active, surface to 2,400 feet today. 51 is a Husbos concert course. 49 is a temporary restricted danger area between flight level 500 and flight level 660. And again, that's up until midnight, so that's not going to affect us. So operationally then today, we can see here's a good cross section of the weather we've got. It's starting off reasonably well by 10 o'clock. The cloud base may make about 3,500, 4,000 feet, but as the afternoon goes on, it's going to steadily come down, and you can see the Altus Q and the prefrontal weather starting to come in from around about 4 o'clock onwards. It won't stop the guys flying this evening, and a steady breeze down the strip. Okay, regional comps are on, so we need to be aware about that. It's going to be very, very active here. Early cumulus space 3.5, becoming 4,500 later, but deteriorating mid-afternoon. West-southwesterly wind all day. We're going to set up on the comp 27 setup, special rate air tows only, and you have to be winds current to receive that special rate. We have 4K21s available all day. One I'll put on trial flights. One is booked by Nigel Pringle. He's instructing all day in it. And there are 3K21s, 3K13s, and the remaining K21s are available. There's some availability on non-comp single-seaters. And reminder, please, buggies, they're not insured for people not in seats. No passengers in the rear. Simulator is available. Okay, and here's the booking system. Okay, Nigel Pringle all day, apart from his very first slot. All the discuses and the duos, whatever, are all part of the comps, and the other single-seaters are booked. K21, Patrick Clear, friends and family, this. Okay, we'll sort that out with Patrick, no problem. Okay, so we're going to set up as we have done all week. The comp will be on the main runway 27. We will be the club operation, the Grass North, the launch point vehicle. I get out as soon as I can, and we've got a fresh westerly strip breeze down the strip. The competition, when they fly, when they return, they'll be landing on runway 27. Okay, so they'll be reasonably high coming over and then landing on runway 27. The competition has everything from the runway south. All right, so the club operations, that's club gliders and any private gliders operating from the club launch site, i.e. non-competition gliders, we are restricted to Grass North. So it'll be a right-hand circuit, please, onto Grass North. You can land short, you can land outside the clubhouse or where the launch point will be, or if necessary, you can leave and land long. But do not land anywhere south of the buffer zone. This is for competitions only. Okay, I hope that's clear. Come and see me if you have any questions about that, and I'll see you all out on the field later. Thank you very much. Bye.